This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Noor versus Anwar. You all have been together a little over 2 years. You are living together, and you're considering a move together across the country. But Miss Noor, you're not moving anywhere if it is determined today that he's cheating. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. And Mr. Anwar, you understand what's at stake here today, right?
Yes, I completely do, Your Honor.
Your future together, your moving together, all of that's at stake today, right now, depending on what happens here, correct?
Yes, I do.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Miss Noor, tell me how you all got together.
So Tusif and I met on social media. We met on Facebook, and he was, hitting me up for a long time, and I wasn't really giving into it. And then
You playing hard to get?
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months. Okay, that's still.
He was hitting me up for a while, and I was like, you know what? One day I was bored, and I had my rabbit, and we were hanging out, and so I brought her over to his house, and we were just hanging out, and we really clicked. And so I wasn't planning on dating someone, but I started dating him because I really fell for it. We had a lot of fun towards the beginning. It was really romantic.
So when you say us, you mean he took you and your rabbit on the date?
Sometimes the rabbit, yes. Yes.
When she said rabbit, I said, did she say rabbit? And look, you were chasing her for 6 months. What was it about her that made you say, I gotta stay in this?
Honestly, Your Honor, I would say everything, the moment I saw her, she was the most beautiful girl, and she had the most beautiful eyes. And I just, I just knew at that moment that I love her and I want to be with her for the rest of my life.
All right, well, Romeo, Juliet, and the Love Bunny. All of that all together here. What were the first signs that make you feel suspicious about it?
So to begin with, at first, I wasn't super snoopy, but once we got, kind of serious about a month in, I started looking at his phone, and, I would see texts from other women and, all this stuff, I used to, and I was I'm so into you, but maybe there's another side that I don't know, or what's going on, So I started getting suspicious, and there would be situations where I would smell women's perfume on him, stuff like that,
Not true.
So there was
not true.
There was definite suspicion, So.
Okay, so Mr. Anwar, who are these other women texting you?
No one. My mom, my sister, you know what I mean? I never did anything to hurt her, and I love her to death, and I just want to, start our life together and be happy together, and that's why I'm here, trying to prove that, I'll do anything to make us work.
You submitted an exhibit to help you explain some of the changes that you saw in his behavior, right?
Yes.
Okay, would you step to the monitor, please, and show us what you brought?
So I am a teacher, so I like visuals. So in terms of communication, towards the beginning, we were great. We would
We're still great.
we would talk, we would talk, we would communicate about everything.
And now?
Now he's too busy texting other women to even,
That is so not true.
To even communicate with me.
Mr. Anwar, hold on.
So are you finding him texting while you're all supposed to be visiting with each other, or late at night, or early in the morning? What do you see?
Usually late at night, just but again, very snoopy. He's very secretive.
Yeah, because you see the exhibit, that's a bed. So is he texting other women while you're late at night in your bed?
Well, there's actually a story that I'm gonna go into, but I've heard him, speaking to other women, getting out of bed, leaving the room, going to talk to, other women in another room.
God, that is
is this in the wee hours of the morning?
Yeah, 2 a.m., 3 a.m.,
Okay, what other changes have you seen?
So I've also seen a change in romance. Before, he used to give me, he used to bring me chocolates and flowers and teddy bears. And
the classics.
Yeah, take me out on spontaneous dates, all that stuff.
And now?
There's, the romance is dead.
So he's just coming home?
He's just coming home, usually leaving late at night, not telling me where he's going, smelling like perfume.
Oh.
What other changes have you seen?
So, a change in our sex life.
Okay.
He used to have sex with me at least 9, 10 times a day. We don't...
You said 9, 10 times a day?
Yes.
We're not gonna just leave that laying there, no pun intended. That rabbit is quite an inspiration for them.
Okay. I meant to put rabbit on the list.
Right. No, because I'm not up to 9 or 10 times a day. I'm not into that. So what has it become now?
Now it's maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks.
That is not true.
Yeah.
That's a big drop-off.
It's weird, right?
And Mr. Cutler, these are the classics. Lack of communication, what you did to get them, you don't do to keep them.
Right.
And then, of course, the admirable 9 times a day to once a week or once every 2 weeks. These are just the classics.
Classics, yeah.
All right, if you'll come back to your podium, Ms. Noor.
Thank you.
Mr. Anwar,
That's it.
how you gonna go from 9, 10 times a day to once a week?
Your Honor, to be honest, she is lying. To be completely honest with you, we did the thing like this morning even, and she's always lying about stuff like this.
Oh.
She always wants to make me look bad.
That falls under the category of too much information, but okay. But Ms. Noor, I see that you have probably the most interesting witness we've had in this courtroom. He's very thin. Can you tell me about this? What do we have here?
Yes, so I am a science teacher. So this is the anatomy of a cheater.
All right, tell me about the anatomy of a cheater.
Yes, so the anatomy of a cheater, you might find that the cheater uses his mouth to talk to other women. Tusif uses his mouth to talk to other girls. Initially, like I mentioned earlier, he would text other women. He would kind of hide the text, delete them, whatever. Now, more recently, I had been keeping up with some of his texts from the past, and as I was looking back, I saw some texts about, I wish we were still together,
That is not true. Where did you see that?
I miss you, anyway.
And Ms. Noor, you submitted your recollection of that text to the court, correct?
I did.
Okay. And let's take a look at that. And this is a text to his ex. And Mr. Anwar wrote, "I miss what we had."
Me too, is her response.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Anwar, did you send this text to your ex?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. But it was towards the beginning of our relationship. I wasn't as sure as I'm right now, and that was probably a month into us dating, And
But Mr. Anwar, you were sure enough to be, engaged with her 9 times a day. How much more sure do you need to be?
To me, that doesn't really prove anything, And
Have you cut off your communication with her completely?
yes, I have.
You've not had any communication since this text?
No.
But I see you shaking your head. Okay, why do you say that he has continued to communicate?
Okay, so tracking back to the anatomy of a cheater.
Okay.
So one night I hear him get up. It's about 3 a.m. in the morning. I hear him get out of bed, and he's going into the other room, and he's talking to someone over the phone. So I scooch over to the corner of the bed, and I'm listening, and I'm trying to hear it, and he's just sitting here sweet talking this girl,
That
baby,
is not true. I was making fun of her the whole
all
time.
that. All
I was
that.
literally
And you
Hold on,
believe that was the ex he was talking to?
It definitely was, because I went back and I checked the number, and I had been following that number since the beginning.
And that was after this text had happened?
This was 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you talking to your ex 2 or 3 weeks
Your
ago?
Honor, I was, but she.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Yeah.
So, are you lying now, or were you lying a few minutes ago when you said you had not had contact with her since this?
Your Honor, I wasn't lying to you. I don't have contact with her. She just called me randomly, and to be honest, if I had to pursue other women,
I want
it
you to
would
be
not
honest,
my
but I
ex,
don't think that's what's happening here. That's the problem.
Yeah, but if I had to talk to other women, I wouldn't go to my ex to begin with. And she called me, and she was very drunk. So when I was talking to her, she kept on blabbering, and I was like, "Can I hang up? I have to go. I don't wanna stay here talking to you. It's the middle of the night." And she kept blabbering, and I was just making fun of her the whole
Mr.
time.
Anwar, it's real simple. Watch this. Click.
That's true. I was just trying to be polite.
All right, Ms. Noor. All right, so going back to your anatomy of a cheater, what do we have on your cheater's hip?
So in the cheater's hips, you might find a wallet, right? So one day I was doing Tusif's laundry, and like the amazing girlfriend I am, I was doing his laundry, and I and I'm very snoopy. So I looked through his wallet, and I found a condom. And I'm on birth control. We don't use condoms. So you can fill in the blank.
So why do you have a condom when you don't use them with your girlfriend?
I had that condom since I was 10 years old, to be honest. Every guy
You
has
had a
one.
condom in your wallet,
Every
the
guy
same
has
condom?
one, and I wouldn't count on it either. You know, I had it, I forgot about it. You know, and I don't even think that would work, to be honest.
A 10-year-old, wait a minute. A 10-year-old with a condom, for real?
Well, I was a bad kid, what can I say, you know?
For a person who's having sex 9 times a day, I can't believe you even held on to a condom for 10 years.
That's true, I mean, yeah.
So, Mr. Anwar, I want to make sure your testimony is you are not cheating.
No.
All of these things look bad, but they're not bad.
They're not bad. It's all misunderstanding, and you know, I would never do anything to hurt her because you know I love her so much, and she's perfect for me. And you know, she's so smart, beautiful. She graduated college at 18, for God's sake. You know, it's just insane. Like I don't even know where I can find a girl like that. You know?
Well, I agree. It's hard to find a good woman.
Yes.
That's why we've done a full investigation. We're gonna find out if you're cheating or not. Love, this is what we got. Talking to an ex, condom in a wallet. Those are the things that have Miss Noor believing that Mr. Anwar is cheating. And she has said, I am not moving across country and be with you and you're cheating. She said, I'm out if I'm doing that. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
You said Ms. Noor graduated from college at 18?
Yes.
So she's very smart.
Very smart.
You can't outsmart her.
I know, Your Honor. That's why I don't try to.
Well, you know what? You can't outsmart this court either, because this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, we're going to call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf to determine, is he cheating? Long, please report Mr. Wolf in.
Guy Wolf.
How are you, Mr. Wolf?
I'm well, Your Honor. How are you?
We're good. Glad to see you, as always.
Good to see you as well.
Now, Mr. Wolf, would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I have more than 20 years of experience in law enforcement, most of which was spent as an investigator. I have more than 12 years of experience as a forensic voice analyst and have performed hundreds and hundreds of exams.
Would you explain for us how forensic voice analysis works?
Yes, Your Honor. When you speak, you have AM and FM frequencies in your voice, like on a radio, and when you tell a lie, the FM frequency goes away. Forensic voice analysis works by analyzing or measuring those frequencies. I can then look at a chart and I can determine where somebody's being deceptive.
Now, you asked Mr. Anwar a series of questions, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's take a look at the first question you asked him.
Since being in a relationship with Miss Noor, have you had physical sexual contact with your ex-girlfriend who you received a call from in the middle of the night?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
No.
I don't think you believe it.
I mean, I guess
It's science,
I
you
have
know.
to.
You're a science
Science.
teacher. Like, this is science.
All right.
Can't beat it.
Let's take a look at the next question.
Since being in a relationship with Miss Noor, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Miss Noor?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, Ms. Noor,
That's a lot.
Miss Anwar, how do you feel?
I feel relief, Your Honor. This is why I came here, to prove her that, you know, I never did anything to hurt her, and now she knows, you know. I really want to, you know, spend the rest of my life with her. And, you know, I just had to ask a question to her if you guys allow me to.
Sure.
I really love you, and I want to be, like, with you for the rest of my life. And I just want to ask you this. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's on the wrong hand. I wasn't going to say anything, but I just kind of looked over there and saw that. All right. Now, what you did to get her, you got to continue to do.
Yeah.
So if you were romancing her, whether it's cooking a beautiful meal for her, but you gotta do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
And take some vitamins so you can get back up to your 9 times a day.
For sure I will.
You all have been together a long time. You've been dating for 27 years. And in your relationship early on, you each have cheated with somebody else, but you forgave each other and you came back together. But now it appears that the specter of cheating has raised its head again. Ms. Roquemore, you've opened this case. Tell us what's going on.
I think Robert is cheating again because of certain things he does, certain places he goes to where he can't account for. He has a work wife, which I never really heard of a work wife until I heard it from him. There's lack of sex. Our sex activity was wonderful. I mean, awesome. Now it's like, it's nothing now. And due to the fact that I think he's been messing around, I also make him use condoms.
All right.
Oh. All right.
So she said it's gone from awesome to nothing.
Right.
You know, that's the opposite of 0 to 60, awesome to nothing.
Yes, that's a lot. Or not a lot, I guess, in this case.
Yeah, nothing. There's nothing. Mr. Abraham, you know,
Well,
she
Your
says
Honor.
you're cheating again.
Well, Your Honor, it's Kathy Roquemore belief. She took the cookie away. Okay?
She took the cookie away.
She took the cookie away.
She took the cookie away, so
Yeah.
that means she's closed up shop.
Yeah,
She's not.
closed shop.
What? So it's her fault y'all not having sex. Is that
There
what
you
you're
go.
saying?
There you go.
So you're not saying that's an excuse for you going somewhere else, is it?
No, I don't have no reason to go anywhere else.
Okay.
I work every day, and my job is to provide for my family and support her, which I've been doing for 27 years.
Okay.
For 27 years.
All right. But since we're talking about this work thing, what is a work wife? And why do you have one if you've got a girlfriend?
Well, I tease her about the work wife. I don't even know what a work wife is.
Oh, I can tell you, I got me one of those.
Oh, okay.
I got me a work wife.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
Okay,
They help you with things at the office, and you know,
Yeah.
you talk to them about your problems, and you know,
Well-
it's like what you would talk about and do with your wife at home. You do that same thing at work.
No, I can't
got
do
me
that.
one
because
now.
if I do that, it's a problem.
This is my work wife.
Oh, I was about. You see, I'm like.
Okay. If I do that, it's a problem.
Okay. So you're not doing anything with anybody at work?
Oh, no,
That's
no,
what-
I don't have no sex with
Okay,
nobody.
Ms. Roquemore, why do you think that he has a work wife?
Because Google is my best friend.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
If I want to know anything, I'm going to Google it.
And you can Google work wife and come up with his wife?
I have it right here.
Ron, would you please get that? I have clearly been using this all wrong. I was looking up restaurants. She looking up work wives, you
Okay.
know.
Google it? Really?
All right. So what are we
Okay,
looking
what
at?
is this?
What you see now on the screen is where he's telling his work wife, baby, you know I wouldn't do you like that. Evidently, it was something that she wanted that he didn't say for her.
But where did you get this from?
Well, Your Honor, when I find those like that is where he's texting, but he's not texting, he's using the microphone and he's talking through the microphone. So everything he says through that microphone is gonna come out in his voice activity.
Oh!
Hold up, yeah.
Hold on, Mr. Abraham. Did you know that she was listening to everything you said?
No.
You didn't know
because
that?
If she was, it wouldn't be that right there on that board. That's the honest God's truth. It wouldn't be that.
Are you saying you did not send this text to your work wife?
No, I did not send no
But
text
you're the
like
one
that.
who said you tease her
I
about
tease her all
having
the
a work
time,
wife.
but I wouldn't say nothing like that, Your Honor. I wouldn't say nothing like that.
And Ms. Roquemore, didn't you say you never even heard of a work wife
I never
until?
heard of a work wife until I was going through his Google and I was like, oh, he got a work wife.
Oh, my
And
God.
calling her baby.
And saying she come first.
Exactly.
Oh, my God, this is
It's
crazy.
a couple of other things that I've
So,
seen.
what else have you found on Google?
When you can't be trusted, you need to be tracked.
I mean,
If you can't be trusted, you gotta be tracked.
yes, I'm gonna have to write that down. Because,
No, You know what it sounds like? You can even shorten it. If you can't trust them, track them. That's what it sounds like.
Well, go, girl. You do you. So what have you tracked down?
Well, Your Honor, if you could put it on the screen, I can gladly explain it to you.
Why don't you step to the monitor?
August the 27th.
All right.
He went to the gas station.
All right.
6 minutes there. He left the gas station. He goes home, and then he goes back to the gas station. When Robert goes to the gas station to gas up, Robert makes sure he fills his tank up completely. That way he don't have to go again.
So he's gone twice in the same day?
Yes, Your Honor, he has.
And like 11 minutes apart.
Yes, Your Honor, he has. Now, my assumption is that he met the girl at the gas station to put gas in her car. I don't know, to give her some change. I don't know.
Change.
Now.
Not even bills, just some change.
Just some change.
So that's why.
And then when he went back, he met her again.
So you have a specific woman in mind from the gas
yes,
station?
I have a specific woman in mind.
Do you have anything else?
Yes. Okay, May the 28th. Robert told me he was going to the car dealership to get the car fixed. I understood that. He was taking a long time, so I decided to call. He didn't answer. So I got my Google, and I started tracking it. And this is where it led him to the Hotel Inn.
And he was only there 13 minutes.
It only take a minute.
Well.
So Ms. Roquemore, what are you saying? He's a minute man?
When you're sneaking, you have to be quick.
So please tell me that's the last place you tracked him to.
No, it's not. One night I called him when he left. He didn't answer, so I called my best friend Google. He stopped at the liquor store to get his little party pack. He left there and he went to the hotel suite.
What's a party pack?
Condoms and liquor.
Okay, so he went and got his party pack.
He went and got his party pack. He drove 22 minutes to wherever it was he was going, and this is where he ended up at, the hotel suite. He was there for 3 hours and 58 minutes. Robert left the house at 7:45 that night. Robert didn't get home till 12:50 that morning.
Wow, that's...
And that was not the address he had you look up?
Yes, ma'am, it was the address he had me look up, but when I looked it up on Google, it came to another place which was next door to the hotel.
Oh.
So 3 hours and 58 minutes.
Yes.
That's more than a minute.
Yeah, that's more than a minute.
That's more than a minute.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Roquemore, thank you very much.
All right.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
All right,
So, Mr. Abraham. Yeah. I got a whole list of questions.
I'm waiting on them, John.
You waiting on them, okay.
I'm waiting on them.
Why are you going to the gas station so much? Why is it taking you only 4, 5, 6 minutes? And why are you going to hotels?
Okay, let me answer this first one first. I never went to no gas station 4 times in 2 days.
Well, your phone went to a gas station 4 times in 2 days.
Hey, let me
Does your phone have land?
Let me ask you. This girl right here, my wife right here.
I think this is a legitimate
I'm
question.
finna answer that question. This girl right here, she knows what to do with these phones. She takes my phone all the time. She takes my computer, she takes my phone, and she sits up all night.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Did she take your phone to the hotel and spend 4 hours there at night?
I was at the motel. She Googled this address for me. I say, one of my coworkers is having a party. Okay, they invited me, which was that day. It was like they called me. Hey, you gonna be such and such, such? I was like, who party is it? And they told me who party was.
Was it your work wife that called you?
She called her my work wife. She's not my work wife.
Now, Ms. Roquemore, do you have any other reason to believe he's cheating? Any non-Google reasons?
Yes. Since I felt like Robert had been cheating, I started making him use condoms. 30 condoms come in a box. I can account for 4. 3 of them we used. 1 of them I used because I was in a predicament to where I needed a rubber band. So I used one.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right. I gotta ask,
No.
What kind of, I have to ask. You want to know too. Don't act like you don't want to know, like I'm the only one. You want to know.
I want to know.
Okay, so give me permission to ask her.
Go ahead.
I got permission?
You got permission.
I can ask her?
You go ahead.
Miss Roquemore, what kind of predicament does one find themselves in where you need to use a condom as a rubber band?
Can I show you?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
No, it's simple.
Okay, all right.
And that's probably what happened to all the condoms.
No.
Yeah.
You keep her right there, huh?
No, I just stay prepared.
She like a. Oh, it's a rubber band. So you put it like on your hair?
Put it on my hair.
So you just take out use the elastic part.
Ponytail.
I mean to tell you. Okay.
Are you
well,
guys
who
learning
knew?
something? Because I'm learning something.
I'm learning something too.
I'm learning something too.
Yeah.
Ron, did you know you can use condoms for your hair? Yeah. Okay.
So box at 30, 4 were gone, right?
Yes, ma'am. 3 we used and 1 I
Used as a rubber band. What happened to the other 26?
Well, Your Honor, it wasn't 26 in the box. When I looked again, it was 20.
All right. So 6 condoms are unaccounted for.
Exactly.
You don't know what happened to them. They weren't
need
used
rubber
with you.
bands.
Mr. Abraham?
Yes.
We got 6 condoms unaccounted for. Do you have any kind of explanation? Did you use them in your hair?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so we know you didn't use them in your hair.
Didn't use them in my
Who
hair.
did you use the other 6 condoms with?
I didn't use no condoms. The only condom I use is on her, Your Honor. And furthermore, I don't even like condoms. And she have a habit of when I'm at work going through my drawers, just fondling with everything. So put things in place. I come in, I say, hey, what's that? Oh, I don't know, but you've been through my drawer.
So you think she took the 6 condoms and did something with them?
Yes, I can't keep nothing at home.
Do you think one of your work wives needed a condom?
If they did, I wasn't giving it to them.
Well, Mr. Cutler, I think we have enough evidence. What we have here is the work wife.
Right.
That he's texting. We've got the GPS tracker over and over again. And then the missing condoms. Right. For all of these reasons, Ms. Roquemore believes that Mr. Abraham is cheating. And Ms. Roquemore, if you were to find out after all of these years together that Mr. Abraham is cheating, what's gonna happen to this relationship?
I'm outie.
You out.
Yes.
So, love, everything is hanging on what happens in this proceeding today.
Well, to get to the bottom of all of this court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call a certified polygraph examiner, Kendall Shull, to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Shull in. Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I spent almost 30 years with the FBI in Washington, D.C., spent my whole career there. Ended up chairing the entire FBI's polygraph program.
All right, well, let's get to the results. You asked Mr. Abraham, when you went to a hotel for a party, did you have physical sexual contact with anyone at that party? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that it was being truthful, Your Honor.
You stand there cool as a cucumber, Mr. Abraham.
It doesn't matter. I mean, because I love this girl. I mean, I've been with her for 27 years.
Too.
I did everything I could to try to please her. It's on her. You know, it's on her.
All right. You also asked Mr. Abraham, other than what she knows about during your 27-year relationship, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your girlfriend, Ms. Roquemore? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined on this question that he was also being truthful.
All right, so the 27-year relationship continues.
Yes, it does.
All right, how does that make you feel, Ms.
That makes
Roquemore?
me feel wonderful, and then again, it makes me feel bad because I've been accusing him all this time.
All right, so what you gonna do from this point forward?
What you got to say to him?
I apologize from the depths of my heart. I really apologize, and I
have
love
no
you.
problem with you, babe. I love you.
You stole, see?
I have no problem.
The key is from this point forward, you got to let it go. Yes, she's accused you. It turns out you were right. You can't hold that over her head.
Yeah.
You know, you got to let it go, and you got to stop accusing him, Ms. Roquemore.
I will.
Okay?
Don't be
find out something else.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you gotta find a new best friend online.
Hey,
Please.
Yeah, because y'all done gave up my secret.
Okay. Yeah, use your tracking powers for good.
No,
Okay? You all have been dating for 2 years. You were engaged, but you've put this relationship on hold because you believe that she's cheating on you.
Yes, sir.
Why are you here today?
Honestly, I've always wanted a family of my own. My mother passed away when I was 14 years old, and it just left me like real lost, real lonely. And so one thing I've always wanted is a kid, you know? And I met Kayla, and I just thought that was the one, you know? We had a baby, and I just felt like finally that hole, I filled it, you know? I had a family again. That's what I wanted.
I can hear it in your voice, the emotion that you have tied to this particular moment in time. And so your family is everything to you at this point.
Oh, yeah. I don't have much, so she's what I got.
And so this thing that you've wanted is on the line because you believe Miss Bodine is cheating.
Yes.
Miss Bodine, he's put it all in your hands. He's saying you are his world, your family. Are you cheating?
No, Your Honor.
And why are you here?
Because I want to save my relationship. I want to prove that I am not cheating. He makes me a better person. Like, he's my world.
All right.
Well, you've been together. You were happy, obviously, at one point. You even got engaged. But now it's on hold. What went wrong?
Well, 5 months ago, like I said, the baby was born. I received a text message while I'm in the hospital. I'm sitting across from Kayla, who's in labor. I received a text message from a guy telling me that the baby is not mine. That Kayla has been out, she's been sleeping with him, that she's been playing us against each other. I'm in the hospital with her.
What do you do when you get this? What's going through your mind?
It just felt like somebody was trying to take something from me that I worked so hard for. And I mean, it's still, when I think about it, it's just really, it gets to me, it upsets me a lot.
Because you wanted this family.
I still want this.
You never even heard that there might be another guy somewhere.
No, I had no clue. I thought I was the one. I'm the one, you know, paying for everything. We're living together. We both got jobs. Like, how was I supposed to know that you're all doing something else? I had no clue.
What do you say to Miss Bodine when you get this message?
I confronted her about it. I showed it to her. I said, you know, do you know this guy? Are you sleeping with him? I was told that she slept with him back in the past while we were not together, but that she hadn't even talked to him recently. She knew nothing about it. She told me that he was trying to start problems between us, that he wanted her back.
Miss Bodine, is this a gentleman you had been with in the past?
Yes, Your Honor, while we was broken up last year, I have not talked to this man since July of this year while we was on a break. I have never talked to this man while me and Mr. Benning was together.
So why is he texting your boyfriend, your fiancé, saying that the baby you are literally getting ready to deliver is his?
He wants to be with me, Your Honor. He's trying to get us to argue so he can break us up and have me, and I don't want that.
So this ex still has feelings for you?
Well, obviously, because he's still messaging constantly.
Okay. You're saying he's messaged beyond this one when she was in labor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell us about that.
Well, I was at work, and I get a random message from the same guy. He sends me a screenshot, just messages, whole full conversation between them two.
We was not together, Your Honor.
I actually have one of the messages here with me that he sent.
And at the time that he had
Ron, could you
these messages, we was not together, Your Honor. We was not together. We was having a rocky spot in our relationship.
I don't care rocky spot or not. We have a baby. We are together.
So you believe you were on a break. You say you were never on a break, but she was still your one and only.
Yeah, and she knew that I wanted my family. I've always told her before the baby was born, she's supposed to have her mother and her father together at all times. That's what a family is.
All right, so the message you handed up to us, this is a screenshot that was sent to you by the same gentleman who claimed that the baby that Miss Bodine was having, this is the same gentleman.
Same guy.
It starts with Miss Bodine. She sent the text, "When you coming back? I'm horny." And he responds, "We still out here. I don't know. But I want daddy's blank." Miss...
We was not together, Your Honor. How can you break up with somebody and accuse them of cheating when we're not together?
So
we were not together.
You admit being with this man?
Yes, last year, why we was broken up.
I got these messages 2 months ago.
But you believe they were sent just recently?
I was at work. I received them just recently.
And
so you still think she's being intimate with this gentleman?
Yeah, I do.
Based on this message?
Yeah.
Are you being intimate with this gentleman?
No, I don't even know where he's at, Your Honor. I sit in the house all day.
I haven't seen no reason. You asked him when he was coming back.
2 months ago. I have not talked to him. You told me not to talk to him. Have I talked to him?
I did tell you not to talk to him.
I have not.
It doesn't matter 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I don't care. Your daughter's 5 months old.
Okay, well, I have not talked to him.
You should be talking to her dad.
Yes, I made a mistake.
Her dad,
yes,
not
but
that
I have
dad.
not talked to him.
So in spite of being in the delivery room 5 months ago, anticipating your baby, receiving a message from another man claiming that that baby belongs to him, you have stayed with Miss Bodine.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Like I've been saying this whole time, I want my family. I want to have that. I want to have that coming home, you know, your mom's helping you with your schoolwork, you know, you want to have dinner, we'll all sit down together at the table. I want that. That's what I want. That's what I've been
your
working
dream.
for this whole time. Yes. I want the white picket fence.
Do you have any other reason to believe that Miss Bodine is cheating?
Well, about a month ago, we got into a small argument over something stupid. I really don't even remember what it was about.
Okay.
We ended up, you know, arguing a little bit. She tossed her phone at my chest, hit me in the chest, and she left the house. So me being depressed, sad, I go through the phone. I'm seeing emails, text messages from all types of guys, and once again, it's the same disturbing messages that she sent that guy. And these are the multiple guys, not just one.
And they are different from this first guy?
Yes, they're different. They're different.
Ron, would you
One
hand
is
those up to us,
different.
please?
Thank you, sir.
And the messages he's showing you was from August when we was not together. We was broken up.
Not all of them are from August.
We was
Okay, let's take a look.
Let's take a look at these messages.
This is from one gentleman, and it says, text me, and it gives a phone number. And then there's a second one from June, where Miss Bodine says, text me, baby.
And she was living with me in June.
And so the next one says, I want a blank.
And then the final
Then there's
message.
another one, and this is from July 16th to a different person.
June, July,
that says,
August.
I like to blank. I want to get blank and please you. Now, you don't deny sending these text messages. You're saying it was because you all were broken up.
We was broken up. We was in a rocky spot.
I don't
can
care.
do
How is
whatever
that
I
not
want if
wrong?
we was broken up.
How is that
you
not
do whatever
wrong?
you want while we were broken up. Why can't I?
Who have I?
What makes it different between you and I? Nothing.
It makes a big difference when you have a baby and you just have to
makes it
do
I haven't
whatever.
had sex with anybody else.
You haven't.
Well, these text messages
You're
reflect
asking
something
for
different.
Talking. It's talking. Talking and doing is two different things. Am I right?
Well,
No.
here's the problem.
Talking and doing something? Talking
you're-
and acting on it is not two
Okay.
different things.
You're completely
Miss
wrong. When you're with somebody, you do not do that.
We
I
was
don't-
not together, so how?
Yes, we are.
No.
We've been together since
No.
April when that baby was born.
Just so the court is clear.
Yeah.
You believe because of these text messages from June, July, and August that she is in fact cheating.
I do.
And Ms. Bodine, you say that you have not been with anyone, that this is just talk?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have not been intimate with any man other than Mr. Benning since your child has been born?
Yes, Your Honor.
But I gotta tell you, the talk that you're having, he has a reason to believe.
Yes, he does, Your Honor. I don't deny that.
Mr. Benning, I see that you brought a witness with you.
Yes, sir.
Would you have the witness, would you stand up to the podium, please? Would you state your name, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Anna Russo.
Ms. Russo, what is your relationship with Mr. Benning?
His brother is my husband. So he's like my best friend, my brother. Like, I love him to death.
And what do you know about Mr. Benning's and Ms. Bodine's relationship?
Well, I met Jermaine after Kayla was already pregnant. So that's when I was introduced to him. So through the end of the pregnancy since Robin's been born, I've seen it all. I've seen everything that they've gone through. I've had to sit here and listen to Jermaine cry because he's so upset about everything that's going on. I've sat there for hours just having him vent to me because he wants his family and he doesn't have it. And it's heartbreaking. I don't want to see him go through this because he deserves way better than that.
And we hear the heartbreak in his voice. What have you witnessed and experienced?
A lot of their fights, a lot of their arguments. When he was going through the phone, finding all this stuff, I was sitting right next to him.
And he was genuinely hurt and disturbed by what he found.
Yeah, I was.
Because he believed, and it's your understanding, that they were in a relationship, an exclusive relationship.
Yeah, and it's like when he got mad and he'd tell her to leave because you gotta walk away from stuff just to cool down.
Ms. Bodine has testified that she has not had sex with anybody else since the child was born. What do you know or believe in that regard?
I believe she's lying. From the messages that you see, from just everything that we found.
This is our business. This is the whole reason why we're here. Because he wants to listen to his friends and not me. This is all he does, is listen to his friends. Why can you not have a mind of your own?
It's not even about listening to friends. At this point, it's nothing about listening to friends. It's about this message that I'm staring at right now. That is not a friend that I'm listening to. That is you that I'm listening to. That is you on that message.
It is.
Ms. Russo, thank you for your testimony. If you'll have a seat. Mr. Benning, would you please tell Ms. Bodine what is in your heart? I can hear it, but I don't think she hears it.
I mean, I don't see how she don't get it, Kayla. You know I love you to death. I always have. I told you that the first time we met. I wanted to have your kid. We have a kid together. We've been raising her. And I don't understand why you have to do this. That's just wrong. Why should I not be upset?
I mean, you have a right to be, but then you really don't because we wasn't together. I want this to work. I want my family. I want the same thing you do.
If you wanted this to work in June, you would have stopped. But yeah, you kept going in July, and then there's one from August. Dig deeper, I might find one from September. Who knows?
And if you find out she's cheating, what is that going to do for your relationship?
I'm done. I can't keep putting myself through this. I'm getting old. I'm stressing. I'm crying. I'm shaking. I can't keep doing it. If she's cheating, I'm done. Completely.
So you believe that cheating is if she's had sex with some man since your child was born?
Yes.
And if you should find out that that has occurred, you're done.
I'm done.
There's not a doubt in your mind, however, that you have not cheated.
Right.
And that's what you're here to prove.
Mm-hmm.
But you understand.
But it's not cheating if we wasn't together.
But he's saying you all have been together for the last 5 months.
But we haven't. We took a break.
Whose idea was it to take a break?
His.
Because he's saying you weren't on a break.
We was.
You just left. You
Yes,
threw your
I
phone at me, you left last month.
I
You
left,
did that.
'cause
I
you
didn't
told
do
me to
that.
leave. You had the baby in the car seat and my clothes packed
Did I
up.
take you home?
You was wanting to.
Did I take you home? No, you left.
I did leave.
Okay. That's my point.
And now this is all on the line.
All of it. And I hope she knows that she messed it up.
To get to the bottom of this, the court ordered Ms. Bodine to undergo a polygraph examination, and we have those results. But Ms. Bodine, before we go to the results, is there anything that you want to tell this court and Mr. Benning?
that I love you and I want to be together. I want to put this behind us.
I love you too.
Yeah. Now,
But if you've been cheating,
now,
I can't put that behind me.
you
I
testified.
put you behind me.
Ms. Bodine, you testified that since your daughter was born, you have not had sex with any other man. Is that what you are telling this court? Have you had sex with any other man since your daughter was born? Now's your time to come
On our
clean.
break, yes, I have.
How many men?
2.
Okay, you know what? Wait a minute.
No.
What is a break?
Wait.
What is a break?
Wait.
Me too?
You too.
Me-
Yeah. Because I got to have some mama talk up in here. You are playing word games. Own your mistakes. Stop saying I was on a break. You were with 2 men after you had a baby with this man. Period.
Mr. Benning, tell her how you feel.
You slept with another guy while I was taking care of our daughter. And I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. Period.
Ms. Bodine, you hurt him and you hurt him. What do you have to say to him?
Wish your decision was different, but I do love you.